All right. Well, hello there. So we are going to be starting a brand new game. I don't know if I'll make it a series or not, but I thought we should play a new game. Something a little bit different than what I have been playing. Something that's not so rage-inducing, since I need a break from games like that in the meantime. So welcome to Void Bastards. Jason X, how's it going? It's going well over here. We're just about to start a brand new game. About to get into it and talk about what it is. Kind of give my thoughts on it while I play a bit of it. Um, this is a roguelike, looter kind of shooting game. It has a lot of strategy and how you want to do this game. Um, you'll definitely see what I mean when we get into it. But this game is out on Steam, on the Xbox, and tomorrow it will be on the Switch and PS4. So I started a new game here just to kind of get me back to where I'm at. So because I had a bunch of stuff on here unlocked, and when you play this game, there's just a lot to unlock here. So I'll tell you everything. So this is our workbench, of course, and create, you find different parts, and you can craft them, and you just craft all these different tools.
What is this nebula? A desolate void filled with derelict vessels. Unauthorized persons have boarded these vessels and requisitioned parts from them in an unauthorized fashion.
Jason X. Oh, you playing this on the Xbox? I am playing this on the Xbox. That mostly I'm playing on the Xbox is only because that's my only source of streaming at the moment. But yeah, this is on the Xbox. But like I said, it's out on the Xbox, it's out on Steam, and then tomorrow's PS4 and Nintendo Switch, which I did buy it for the Nintendo Switch as well. So here is the Nebula, and we're in the first depth, of course. So here are these derelict vessels, these other ships, and what we are supposed to do is board them. So we can only pick the two that are in front of us, or if there was a third one that was in front of us, we could do that. So we can. Hey, Jose, how's it going? Hope you're doing well, and same to you, Jason. Hope you're doing well tonight. So it gives us a lot of options here. Sometimes it can be a lot taken. So our person here is Steven C. And by the way, when this game is randomly generated every time you go into a ship, which is cool. So that's just part of the roguelike. So we can read up on our guy's bio. Chester Stevens is his name. His offense is causing oil factory distress to a CNT executive, and every prisoner has a trait to them. So some have good ones, and some have bad. So the guy who I am right now seems to have pretty bad traits. It's only one trait, but it's pretty bad. And he randomly coughs, which can alert enemies, which is hilarious. Doug Bear, what is good? I hope you're doing well tonight. Make sure to RKO that like button and send it into the void. Definitely, definitely. So our guy actually randomly coughs, and it's hilarious. So we're gonna get into it, and we're gonna go and board one of these vessels. So on the right there, we can read what's in here. So there's therapy, so it provides new traits. We can get bullets here, and zap charges, and slag. I'm not too sure what slag is for yet. But there's a stapler here that we can get too, and we have two enemy types here. We got the tourist and the juvie, and there's only some of the tourist and some of the juvie. So, and every time you board a ship, not really board, but when you jet to a ship, you use one food item and one fuel. So I will get to that. And here's our status. So we got 392 health out of 400. Fuel is 3. So I can make 3 flights, basically. Same with food. And we have merits, which is 30. That's our currency. Doug says he's getting ready for bed. Just wanted to give a like and say woo. Hey, Doug, I appreciate you stopping by as usual, and hope you're feeling better. Made sure to catch up on your stream tonight, so YouTube did not notify me. But I hope you have a great night, and we'll hopefully see you on the next one. 3-hour tour. Basically, you got it's 3 days, which is like 1 day. So we're gonna go ahead now and board the ship. So see, as it uses our fuel and our food, so we can dock it, and you can only equip one firearm and one indirect item at a time. You can't have like a machine gun and a handgun. You have to do one weapon and item. But we get to upgrade ourselves and upgrade our weapons, and we get stronger and stronger as we proceed in the game. So first of all, it will start you off the map here. So this is the map of the vessel. And where I like to go to is usually the helm first. And I say that because that gives us access and we can look at our map and we can see everything there. I did an early stream and shocking no F-ups. That's surprising because it's always just some kind of F-up. Always some kind of mess up for sure. So anyways, we're going to head our way to the helm. Here's an enemy. We just switch our weapons, of course. Hopefully this stream will go alright. I really want to show this game off tonight. I'm kind of giving my impressions while I'm playing. Terrific game. I'm actually very much addicted to this at the moment. And you're going to see me going in and out of my map a whole lot. It's kind of a force of habit thing. But so here is the helm. There's the map right here. And you see we do have a oxygen timer. And it's about 6 minutes until it runs low. But there is oxygen on these ships that we can get to refuel it. Doug Bear says, oh, he did. So now, since I did that, I looked at the map at the helm. We have all those little stars. That's all the loot. So we're going to go ahead and grab all that. Because it's useful to us in our journey to get the rest of the supplies. So let's get it done. And again, I hope everybody's doing well tonight. Try not to ramble too much, but I had to give in what this game is about, because when I first looked at it, I had no idea what kind of game this was, but it is a looting roguelike. Developers from System Shock 2, and you got BioShock in there as well. So it has some familiar to it. Bullets? I'll take them. And here's our oxygen, see we can refill, or we can use the merits, our currency, to extend the oxygen supply, which is also a very nice thing to do. Kind of just taking this one time. There. Shit, it looks like we are in for another epic stream tonight. What's up, worst channel ever? Glad to see you again. Of course, that's the name of the title. We are playing Void Bastards. And if you weren't here when I said, this comes out tomorrow for the Switch and the PS4. And as of now, it's already on the Xbox One, of course, and Steam. So what do we got? I think we got one more thing we can grab. Our oxygen is still doing really good. What is good, Skittle Skywalker? I like the name change, by the way. Glad to have you on the stream, and that goes to everybody else. Yeah, I'm just gonna run because my weapons aren't that strong enough to take on that turret. Actually, I think we need to... Okay, no, we just go through here. So, once you finish a mission, you just return back to the Steve, and you have all of your loot that you take with you. So we got 3 fuel, we got, let's see here, we got 7 food, we got a scriber, orange, or not orange, we got flange, spoon, coins, and all that stuff to the right there, that just went into our materials. That's what we recycle, and it goes into our materials, so we can make weapons like this.
This is exciting. Your KPIs are really trending up.
Skittle says, so remember a long time ago I told you I would make a channel? Well, for my birthday, I will get a capture card, which will come early this next Monday, and a new computer so that I can stream. I'll get a new computer soon. Hey, that sounds like good news, Skittle. Sounds like maybe you can start making content a lot sooner than you think, which is pretty awesome. I'm looking forward to it. So with all that material we found, we have now the stapler, a new weapon. And we just finished going through the entire ship, basically. So we can go to that ship. I think we'll go here, and I like fighting the janitors more than I do the outpatients. So here we have food and all materials. There's the builds, or the fast whacker, and zapper is here. So let's go ahead and head to this ship. Now we can take the stapler, or we can take the regulator, and I'm going to take the regulator. It just has more ammo, and I'm one of those guys who use handguns as their default. You can tell by my Dead Space playthrough that I always use basically the pistol in the game. Okay. So see how the ship is kind of... the power is off, is what's happened. So let's see what skill says here. The only reason why I can't stream on my Chromebook is because the screen is broken. I hear you on that, definitely. So that new computer will be a lot better. I am most sure of it. So anyways, we need to go to the generator room to turn on the power, because with the power being off, we cannot do anything. We cannot get any supplies, as it's locked in these lockers, and there's just no power to open them. So we have to go to the generator. So we're going to make our way through this ship and head to the generator room. Thankfully, it's not too far. Restore power. And, you know, you can play this game stealthily as possible, if you like. But that's not how I play these games. I am very much someone who goes and shoots. It's just my play style. Worst channel ever says I missed the Space games. I do too. I did actually stream them on my channel. I streamed Dead Space 1, 2, and I'm planning on doing 3. I heard 3 is not the best. More of a shooter. But it will be coming to the channel. Skill says, what's Void Bastards about? Okay, Skill, so I'm going to tell you. Void Bastards is loot roguelike. So you play as these prisoners, and what you gotta do is basically find these parts for your ship. and for yourself as you go through these uh, dialect ships, these vessels per se that have already been kind of rummaged through, and you're just finding parts. Eventually, you're gonna get stronger in the game, and it's just all about finding your objective parts that you need, but also finding fuel and food for yourself, ammo for your guns, all sorts of stuff, as you'll see when I'm playing it. Skill says, "Oh yeah, and I'm getting a Elgato capture card, so yeah, should oops, let me just should feel really glad that I can finally stream and I don't have to worry about how to stream. Definitely gonna be easier on your part there, Skittle. We are gonna head to the helm again. If the power's up, I usually like to go to the generators first because you have to, and then after that, I like to make my way to the helm because I want to get that map. And some of these ships might have hazards. Some ships have um, toxic radiation. Some have oil slicks that make you slide around, like you're ice skating, which can actually be very annoying, and it's can cause you your death if you run into enemies and slide around. But every ship is different since it's randomly generated. Alright, so let's go ahead and get all the materials on the ship. I just gotta be somewhat sparingly with my ammo, because I will run out. And if you do run out, you don't get any ammo unless you find it yourself. Until you die, it gives you a care package and it gives you the fuel you need and the food you need, but not a whole lot. And it gives you ammo and just anything that you need to go on your journey to these ships. Skittle says, and it's all thanks to my parents and you guys, you, John Kratz, and many other YouTubers and Twitch streamers. Well, I'm glad you can get finally streaming, Skittle. I think you'll enjoy it, hopefully. Pick up that. So there we got the dining room left, and we're gonna go to the FTL too because that does have fuel that we want. So as you can see, this game has pretty much like that shell shaded, hard to say that both, graphics. You know, very Borderlands like. Or another game comes to mind is hold on here. I'm going the wrong way. Whoops. Skill says, my mom says I can stream on YouTube, but she doesn't know if I should stream on Twitch. It's pretty understandable, and I'm excited about streaming. As you should be. You know, when I got streaming and when it works, I was actually very excited about streaming. So it's actually a lot of fun. You know, just enjoy it. It's all what it's all about. Just enjoy your time with it. So I think we got pretty much everything. So we can go back and head to the Steve. So a lot of people say this is the game basically. It is repetitive in nature, but it is a lot of fun when you get into the groove of things. You find different enemies you got to fight. There's stronger ones, but with that you get stronger weapons. You make yourself stronger. You get more health. You get more oxygen, so you can go in these larger ships. You get more merits. You can unlock more things. You can go into stores, buy things. See, we got like the zapper, which is very useful, by the way.
WCG rewards proactive work. I'm making a note for your parole hearing.
So we will be definitely taking the zapper with us.
Those deep lacerations PAL detects are no doubt uncomfortable. Did you know that emergency medical care is available in Zonox vessels?
Skill says, she says if I'll do it often, and obviously, of course I will. Yeah, I'll have to do schoolwork, but other than that, streaming Nintendo stuff, even if it does cost a lot of money, I'm just really happy. They can actually have a raider, which is me. Hey, that's pretty cool. I mean, same to me. I can raid you every once in a while. But, yeah, you'll have fun with it. So, besides ships, you can go to other things here. This is fuel. So you can actually fly into this, and you get fuel from just flying around in this nebula. But most of the time at ships, you see you got different kind of ammo here too. You got bushwhacker ammo, you got handgun ammo you can pick up from the nebula. But of course, we are going to head to another ship. What is better for me? So we got a few screws, which screws are a tough enemy. Do not fight the screws. And I've got a juvie, which is some. And there's an ammo cache here. There's merits, staples, and plas in that ship. Or we can go to this one, which has the bushwhackers, the bolts, and there's nothing. But there is some pluses. There's torpedo cache somewhere. There's a pup bot, has stolen parts, and all security is subverted. Which means the security is basically on our side. The decisions. And you know, you don't need to board every ship. You can fly right past the ship too and go to the next ship, which is a nice thing. I hope everyone is having a good day. And I think we are, Skid. I know I am, and I hope you're having a great day as well. I think we're gonna go here because this has an ammo cache, and I'm all about ammo. But see, I can go ahead if I didn't want to. I can go ahead and go to this ship if I really wanted to, which I believe we are going to be avoiding this ship because it's dark and I don't really like what's going on in that ship. But first of all, we will dock on this one. We'll equip the bushwhacker and the zapper. And if you see my, we'll get to the point if my guy dies in this playthrough, I'll explain what happens. Oh, damn again, this ship is out of power, so we need to head to the generator. Post haste. Hopefully there's no screws around. Alright. Turn that power on. Nothing more annoying than seeing a ship that has no power to it already. But like I said, you don't have to go shooting everything. You can lock the doors. There is a screw right there, so we are heading our way out. We're not going to fight him. We don't have the weaponry to fight him. He is nothing but a menace. So we can lock these doors. We're gonna take that bushwhacker. We're gonna go ahead and lock it, which you can do. Which can actually be fairly helpful. And I do have to say this game has a lot of British humor, which I actually really like. But yeah, definitely lots of British type curse words. But it's all hilarious. So let's go ahead and head to the helm. What's this? So our life support is already going down. Making a lot of sense because I am like the lowest of level. So I might die, I might make it, but we will see what happens. And obviously you don't need to go to the helm, it's just one of my things that I do, so I can see everything on the map. You can do this without even doing that. Did I pick that fuel up? I did. We'll go ahead and unlock that door. We got a juvie on the other side. Alright. And these are respawn points for the enemies, by the way. That's how they respawn, if you're ever wondering how in the hell they keep coming up. There's little respawn points, and you can't destroy them at all, so. We'll go ahead and destroy that turret. Get those merits, why not? And if I wanted to, I can download the enemy location. That just costs 10 merits, which actually isn't a bad idea. I've never done it, but it doesn't cost that many merits. There's some things that cost quite a bit of merits. So I've used up to like 50 merits on one thing before. I got a screw. Okay, so we died. And I'll tell you all about what happens when you die. And dying is a thing that happens in this game. It's a roguelike. You're gonna die in this game.
Client expired.
Steve cleared for return to Void Ark.
So
P45 filed.
basically, it takes another prisoner.
OH&S violations.
We're gonna pass it. So we are Ruby Griffiths. And looks like we have a really good trait, which is receives 5% more materials from recycled junk or parts. And our offense is also breaking warranty on mobile phone. And it's just, they add little funny things like that. So we, let me see here. I want to get past all of this.
Feel free. A little scrubbing with bleach should remove the bloodstains.
So anyways, you get to keep all the stuff that you built. You do not lose any of that, so which is a nice thing. But you got to make sure the stuff that I had on me does not come with me, but the stuff you built will always be there. And it always gives you a care package, so you start out good. You always get 2 fuel, 2 food, and I can upgrade that so I can get more fuel and food every time it starts me out with a new character. The worst channel ever says the way this game looks gives me Borderlands and Mad World vibes. Damn, I forgot about Mad World. Definitely though, I agree with you 100%. So we have the workbench, but we can also look at parts out of our parts locker. So we can craft the glow bulb.
I'm surprised that you're hanging around here looking at that glow bulb, when you could be at the workbench building a part locator.
Oops. So we have a part locator now, which is very useful, by the way. Very useful.
Impressive. Now activate locate mode to find the parts needed for an item you desire.
And I love the part locator. So what we can do is you press X or square if you're playing PlayStation, or Y if you're playing Switch. And what you can do is I press A.
Smart thinking. The Steve will now display a green arrow guiding you to the required parts.
And I can look for any part that I have here, and I can look for parts for my gun to make it stronger, upgrade my weapons. All of this stuff here I have unlocked. It's very useful. Like those combined with Doom in a way. Right? So we need a metal tube. So since I got the part locator, it's going to show me on my map here. So the top one, the top arrow that's pointing is the line printer. That's our main objective. And down the arrow on the bottom right there is a material that I can get from my gun. You don't need to have that part. You don't need to use that part locator if you don't want to. It's not a thing, but it's very helpful, and it's actually really cool to use. So we're gonna see what ship. I do not want to go there. I don't think I really want to go here either. It is dark though, it says, and there's only juvie. There is a medical terminal. No citizens, but a lot of rifts. We might actually head here. We'll go here. It's only dark. So we'll go ahead and get our equipment. Might use the shotgun when I find some more tougher enemies. I've been kind of avoiding the tougher enemies, but we'll definitely board a ship with more tougher enemies when I get a little more upgraded. Glad all four of you could stop by and watch me play some Void Bastards tonight. Means a lot. Oh damn, I never actually been in a ship that has been dark. So it kind of just, damn, this is different. Okay, so we are gonna go to the helm, like I said. God damn. I tried. There is a lot to this game. I'm trying to name like every single detail about this game, which I know I'm probably missing a whole lot more detail to this, but definitely have to play it to know what I'm talking about. If it seems interesting to you, definitely buy it because it is a lot of fun. The Switch version looks like a lot of fun too. I've been looking at a few reviews of it, and it looks, honestly, it looks perfect for the Switch. However, I am watching Future, which hopefully will soon. Wasn't expecting that turret. Not gonna lie, playing this game, so yeah, I can't do anything with that. Playing this game makes me want to play Borderlands, so I might have to download Borderlands after this. Borderlands 3, that is. I can't imagine being in this ship, this dark ship, and being colorblind, because there is a character trait that you can be colorblind, and it's black and white colorblindness. I can only imagine that would make like it just all the more difficult. I totally did not just keep an eye on my ammo. I'm running kind of low, but making it. The ship sort of makes me feel like I'm on an acid trip. This whole game is almost like you're on an acid trip, to be honest. It's a weird but fun game. Like, it's very strange. I remember John sent me a link to the trailer, and I was just instantly curious about what this game was. I had no idea what I was even looking at. As these juvies are calling me dick bags, which is hilarious. But yeah, I finally figured out what this game is. And it is roguelike. Actually, no, I really like roguelike games. Roguelike, roguelite, however you want to say it. I'm gonna go get the last of these materials over here. Got one finger. Some more merits. Kind of want off this ship, to be honest. It's too dark for my liking. Oops. Let's head to the Steve. Might head to our actual objective and get that line printer that we need. So we have 3 days of food and basically 7 days of fuel. What can we make? We can make the spiker. Any materials I have I can make? Nope. Sounds good. So we don't want to head there. That's will actually damage our person there. There is that. Enemies have half health. I might head there. because there is a shop. It is called the Krell Mart, and we might take a visit to show you what the Krell Mart looks like. Let's go ahead and equip the shotgun. Oh, by the way, the ship has bullets, zap chargers, and a therapy, and slags. You can get a new trait from this ship. We've got 3 different enemies on this one. We got the janitors, we got juvies, and we got the tourists. I have a feeling that I would be interested playing this game drunk or stoned. Give it a try. I can only imagine what this could be like. Loot that. We get a coin. So let's head to the helm. Those guys have some pretty good damage. If you get a little too close to them, their area of effect is pretty wide. Oh yeah, so this is the therapy. So we can replace cycler. Infiltrator moves slowly, detect by peepers and gun points. Add insured, receives 1 merit every 1% health is lost. Add Deadeye, this is excellent aim. Those juvies are no match to the shotgun I got. Stapler is basically the shotgun in the game. Basically, you have a handgun, you got a shotgun, you got a railgun, and you got a machine gun. I believe there's another weapon I haven't unlocked yet in the game. Map downloaded. Hopefully I can find some good bullets, a good amount at least for my handgun. I like how these cells have bullets. What I like to do for those, I usually like to get close because if you get close to them, they want to blow up every time. So it's a good way of saving ammunition. As you don't have to take out every citizen, as they call them. But I am the person that takes them out. So I stepped in an oil slick. So I'm literally like skating on ice, it seems like. More bullets. I like the looks of that. Hey, janitor. The FTL, which means faster than light. Usually the FTL has the fuel, of course. We're already getting low on our life support. So here I use the merit. Sometimes you'll find these caches, like these, when you're looking through lockers. Sometimes you'll have to use merits to unlock. You don't have to, but like that's what I do sometimes if I have enough. Which channel ever says, and now thanks to the Deadeye stuff, I have the urge to play Red Dead Redemption. God, I love the Deadeye and Red Dead Redemption, especially in the second one. I remember playing Red Dead 1 for the first time and actually using that Deadeye for the first time. I was just hooked on using it. And we can drink tea, and that gives us just like 30 seconds of more damage. So we get a damage boost from drinking tea, which is a nice touch, you know, for stronger enemies. That oil slick almost screwed me over. I'm not even gonna bother. think we actually might just head to the Steve. I got the ammo that I wanted. My gun. Whoop. Damn oil slicks. Sometimes ships have the hazards of oil slicks, and it's just oil slick after oil slick after oil slick, and it's just annoying as hell. But it's fun. It's like you can't help but laugh at it. And there's like fire hazards too, and all that cool stuff. So we didn't get much materials, but we'll work with what we got. Oh, we can get the padded jacket. That'll give us some more health to work with, which is nice. So here's a wormhole, and if you move in the wormhole, it will move you to a random location, as it says on the top right there, which has its good moments. So we're going to head to the Krellmart. With there being janitors, you would think the ship would be a bit cleaner. Exactly. Except they're not quite the janitors that we think. Apparently they're hostile janitors. But that's funny, honestly. Like, when you think janitor, you think the ship would be clean. Half these ships are just, like, messy ships. So here is Krellmart. Oops. And there's no fighting here, of course. This is basically the shop area. So, how many merits do I got? I got 32 merits. I don't have a lot, because bullets cost 5. You can sell materials and buy materials if you like. And fuel has like 25 merits. So let's go ahead and buy some staples for 5 merits. And when you're out of stock, you gotta use 50 merits to refuel, so we're basically done here. But this is the Krellmart, which you do some just quick shopping, which can be useful if you need it. Return to the Steve, and we'll head back onto our journey here to get the line printer that I want.
Recycling helps WCG meet its obligations as a good corporate citizen. It might also get you the materials you want to build the things you actually need.
I guess that's what happens when you have a terrible boss, right? So we got this ship we can head to. It has Kittybots data. Yeah, sure, why not? Our line printer. What is our line printer, anyways? Thought that's what we're supposed to be getting. Oh, there's that arrow we can get to, anyways. Oh. Okay, so yeah, we need a line printer and we need an ID card for that citizen card, which we're looking for. Oh, there it is. It's on that ship. Oh, damn it. Oil or O2 supply consumes faster. We got 6 days for fuels, 5 days for food. I'm gonna head there. Spike cluster. These spikes were once full of joy juice. That juice is now rancid and poisonous. Perfect for use in your improvised dart gun. I don't have a dart gun yet.
There might still be some junk we can pick up.
Aye, Captain.
Okay, so we have these other enemies that we gotta look out for, and they have their own ships, and they scavenge ships like I do, but they're the enemies, and they're I think they're called pirates, suiting name of course, and because they will take over my ship, or they'll take over somebody else's ship, and they'll come for me and kill me, and they're tough too. They're as tough as the screws. So I'm hoping I can find this line printer and get the hell out of Dodge, because that's really what I want at the moment. There's a screw here, and I think, well, it was a juvie or a janitor, I wasn't quite sure. we will get our line printed, what we've been looking for. A juvie, okay. What a rockin' good start. We have a goddamn screw. I'm gonna zap him. No power. Oh, damn, I forgot we have no power, so I gotta head to the goddamn generator. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. What a terrible time for the power to be out. Alright. I'm gonna head. Gotta hurry too, because my oxygen will run out real fast, so. But I can get that O2 when I need it. God damn. We might not make it here. We'll try. Yeah, this is a bad run, I would call it. Unfortunately, you can't win all of them, so. But they're not all like that. It's all about risk and reward, really. And luck of the draw.
Recruiting replacement client.
So our new is Pearl Roth.
WCD client care package.
And his offense was counting cards in a Lux facility. And he is lucky. He always gets good prizes from Spin and Win, which I've never used, by the way.
There is no need for concern about the clients that have used the Steve. Those clients.
Alright, so let's go ahead. So it brings us back. So we're back in the nebule depth again. And there is an outpatient in that one. You might try this one. I'll show you some different enemy types. I usually like to use the shotgun on them. I got 18 staples. Not very many staples, honestly. I might just bring my handgun and we'll use Bushwhacker on them if I need to. Or my zapper. Rest and eat to heal. Okay, so yeah, you can rest. I forgot you can sleep if you wanted to. Thank God, an actual ship that still has the power on. Okay, we're gonna go to the helm here. Get our map data, of course. There you are. There's a new enemy right there. Those bushwhackers are basically mines, and they'll blow up on their own. But you can shoot them. I find it more effective if you shoot them, it's because it's just a lot faster. We got a Foon. Yeah, I do a lot of map looking. Got 20 bullets. I like that. Go ahead and take a look here. I'm sure there's some bullets here. There usually is in this. The cells usually have bullets. Or the tombs as they call them. Get that loot. Sweet, precious loot. I love looting games, honestly. Probably one of my favorite games. That's why I really like Borderlands. They're pretty tough enemies, by the way. bushwhacker. Nothing like a bushwhacker won't fix. Or a shotgun. Shotgun is really good. Half the time. Ah. Let's go ahead and unlock that door. Get this fuel. I am looking forward to playing this on the Switch. I really want to find out for myself how it performs. I don't think it's going to affect how I think of it. Like, honestly, it's a fun game to me, and I think it'd be an excellent addition to the Switch. Definitely needs a patch if it needs it. They should do it. No questions asked. But I think overall it's going to be a good game. And I think it's going to be excellent on the PlayStation as well, as it will be available tomorrow, like I said. Got that food. I can already tell you that when I stream SnowRunner, there will be a lot of map looking. Hey, you like me then? I just can't help it. I'm always looking at the map, trying to figure out what's the best route to go. I'm kind of doing multiple things at once when I'm just looking around. You plan on streaming tonight? Because if you are, I'll definitely be there. But if not, then definitely your choice. Uh-oh. See, as the handgun, like, it's no good. 1 second here. Just got checks on something. Oh no! Let me pause 1 second. Let's see. It says, I do plan on streaming tonight. Hey, sounds good. Okay. Yeah, I already did it. I got everything I need. Okay, so this ship definitely had hardly of anything, but what I got was... Alright, so we'll return to the Steve. The thing I love the most about this game is that every prisoner is different in their own way, and they have their own traits, their own bio, their own reasons why they are a prisoner. Like, they just put so much into this game. It's just hilarious. You gotta laugh, but yet it's so cool. It gives them a personality. And the game has like the graphics don't have, this proves that games don't need amazing graphics to be fun. This is simplistic Yeah, beautiful graphics. Gotta give it that. The shell shaded graphics are beautiful, but it's simplistic, and that makes it a lot of fun. And it just shows that you don't need bells and whistles to make a real fun game. So this ship has merits, staples, plaz. That has fuel, toaster juice, and all materials basically. Okay. Fuel scavenger. That line printers. We might head there, but there. Either way, there's screws. There's a few there and a few there. So we're gonna, we'll take a risk. We will risk it. Out of bushwhacker ammo. Oops. You need to fill up those 3 slots. And with SnowRunner, you have to bring up the map a lot to see where you have to go, as well as figure out a better route to take wherever you have to go. And I was watching some SnowRunner tonight before I was starting streaming because I wanted to take a look at it for myself. So I can tell there's going to be a lot of map looking just to see what areas is the best to move in or drive into. Especially when you're carrying lots of cargo in the back. Loot those containers. Okay, it looks like it's up here. Let's go in this room. So there's definitely a lot of exploring in this game. You can explore the ship to your heart desires. And some ships are bigger, some ships are smaller. Each ship is generated differently. The rooms will eventually look the same as you play the game more and more, of course. But at the end of it, it is random generated ships. Alright, let's head over here into the hold because it looks like there's a lot of goodies over here. Sounds like a couple of juvies. These guys are hilarious. Like I said, I was farther on this game. I did new game just for streaming purposes. I wanted to start out fresh again. I don't know if I want to use the merits. But I was upgraded to the max. I was playing this game all day yesterday, almost, and almost all day again today. So I had so much upgraded. I should have maybe showed you guys that, but I wanted to start fresh. And I'm playing fresh like I am right now, and it's still a lot of fun. I know some games you'll be upgraded to the max and you start fresh, and it's like, oh my goodness, what a difference. But this is actually still a lot of fun. You can put a lot of hours in this game. I believe this game is a 10 to 25 hour game, depending how you play it, that is. So there's a lot of content here. A lot of fun to be had. Depending if you are the type that loves to be the completionist, looking at every little nook and cranny of the ship, it could take you good 25 hours plus. And if you're a trophy hunter or achievement hunter, definitely, like, you're gonna get some good, you're gonna get your money's worth out of it. Not too sure what it costs in America or the States. God damn, I got screwed. But I know for me, I think it was around, for the Switch version, it ended up being $43. That's only because I got the whatchamacallit, the DLC with it. I don't know if I really needed that or not. I took it anyways. You juvies. I think they're probably the funniest enemy in the game. It's my opinion, honestly, but I think they're hilarious. Oh yeah, and here's this. You can mess with the security. You can shut down the security for 45 seconds, or you can do it a permanent shutdown for 30 merits, which could be a good thing. Oh god, lock it. Ah, it didn't lock in time. Please lock. Thank goodness. Alright, let's get the fuel back here. And they have like even a lot of detail here. You can see you can see the other vessels. Oh man. You can see the other vessels floating around and just like the stars, you can see other debris floating around. It's really atmospheric. In a way, it does have horror elements. I wouldn't call it a straight up horror game, but it has elements of horror in it. Like nothing has made me frightened or nothing has startled me. Go ahead and run through here. I'm not gonna bother. There's a turret over there. See what else we got left. I think that's it. I think the rest I needed to use my merits, which I didn't want to do in the first place. So we're gonna head on out back to the Steve and make our way through some. I don't know about you guys, but I am one of those guys who do reload their gun all the time after using like a bullet or two. It's a force of habit type thing. And it was funny because when I was younger, I used to use a whole entire clip when I was playing FPS games or any kind of shooter, but I am now someone who reloads frequently. I'm sure there's a lot of you like that too. We got a lot of good stuff from that run. We got like 9 days of fuel, 7 days of food. And when you run out of food, I'm not sure what happens when you run out of fuel, but I know when you run out of food, your health starts to go down. We got fuel scavenger, which this gives us 25% of jumps don't consume fuel. I didn't even know that. I didn't know jumping would consume fuel. Oh, there's our line printer. We can just build one. We don't even need to find one. I can build it because I have the parts for it. Which is a nice thing too. You don't have to look for the materials. You can literally build it if it's available to build, of course. So now we need what is it? We need an ID card. I think we can go ahead. I love how it says when it's it's a shed loads. There's a shed loads of tourists, not shitload, but shed loads. The humor. No, I totally get the humor. Semi-breathable air. O2 supply lasts longer. I might go there. So we're gonna pass through this ship. We're gonna go ahead and run through this one. It's a lot of jetting we have to do, but yeah, this is one of the huge ships. So let's go take a look and see what we can find in here. Since it's a bigger ship, we've never seen a bigger one yet. So there should be a lot of supplies that we can bring back to our to the Steve. This one usually has like rooms and like big dining areas. Usually, yeah, they got like suites on these ships usually. And with that, there is no oxygen tanks to refuel, but I don't need it because my O2 is doing pretty good. But we are going to go to the helm because watch this. We're going to get so much to look at. when I do. So there's all the stuff that we can get from all those suites. So let's get this adventure going. Looks like we got tourists. We're not going to bother. I'm just going to start collecting and make my way out of this ship. Wow, I'd never noticed that. The bed has a little bit of physics to it. Nice little detail. That's something I just found out just now. Oh, I'm gonna do that. Retro Digital, how goes it? Xeno Hive, good to see you, Retro Digital. Hey, someone else is here. Cheers, Digital. What's good, John? Hope you guys are doing well. Just sit back and relax and then enjoy some Void Bastards. We're gonna pick those up. Just something about it when they call me a dickwad, I just have to laugh. This game is not kid-friendly, by the way. There is a lot of cussing. But it's the British humor kind of cussing. Usually am and just lurk, not the most social, me shy. Hey, that's no problem. You go ahead and lurk away. I always appreciate you lurking by and checking out the games I play. I hate those oil slicks, by the way. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at that. That's so good. So awesome. You get a bunch of those tourists in one place, you shoot one of them, they all just blow up. A lot of the humor of these enemies remind me of the humor from the Borderlands enemies, like all those raiders and scavengers and stuff. I definitely get that kind of vibes. Okay, we're gonna get that. Oh, I didn't mean to use my merits, but I guess we'll use them. Only spoke up because Retro Digital. It's always good to see Retro Digital. He's always here every stream. Back to lurking. Sounds good, John. You go ahead. Hope you're having a good one, by the way. And Retro Digital, Krat's always good to see you. Hope you're having a nice break. John says, I think they did better comic book vibes than Borderlands. Oh, yeah, I think so too. Because it's just how they did the layout, you know? It's just like that game 13, like, and I believe that game is coming to the Switch at some point. Uh-oh. Definitely the same shell-shaded graphics. I love it, though. That's my favorite kind of look. And like the worst channel ever said, also Mad World has that same type of aesthetic, too. And I totally forgot about that game. Those area effects. Good lord. End of May. Oh, okay. And much love, says Richard Diddle. Much love to everybody here. You guys are all homies to me. Really great friends. I think we almost got everything here. Oh my lord. I did not keep an eye on my my health though. I am running low, so hopefully I can get, because if I die, I lose all my stuff. All my stuff. So let's get this last thing here, and let's get back to the Steve. That could have been bad. At some point, this game will definitely make appearance on my channel, but I'm not sure when that will be. Hey, that sounds like a pretty good idea, though. I think you'll really like this one, Wish Channel. No doubt about it. If you like games like this, you like shooters, you like looters, if you like the roguelikes, you'll definitely like this. Would be right up your alley, especially that looks like Borderlands. So we can look at our parts log. We can make a med blower and a restraint pad. Parts for flak vest. Might do that. I like the sounds of that better. Okay. Ammo cache. In there somewhere. I think we're just going to go ahead and fly our way through. We're going to go on. We're using a lot of fuel and food doing this. So we are at day 20. You found a WCG Warden personal effects box. It contains the latest edition of Groins and Groans, as well as supplies regulator bullets. So I got 29 bullets from that. Love the risk and reward system in this game. I got food. I got 7 food. You bump into a pack of thermo-stabilized survival radiation. Some of them are still edible. Amazingly, it's your favorite menu on the item. Cheese and onion sandwiches. So, in a way, it has a little bit of Oregon Trail. Just a tad bit. It's how it works when you're in the nebula. So we're going to go ahead and get this ID card. And our problem here is this ship has a lot of smoke. It's going to be hard to see. And we got some outpatients and janitors. But other than that, we're pretty golden. So I think I'm going to take the shotgun with me this time. We don't have many shells with it. But I think it might be a good idea to take my shotgun with me. I think by far the shotgun is my favorite, besides the handgun. The handgun's always my favorite, but if I'm not going to name the handgun, the shotgun, definitely. Can't go wrong with the shotty. So here's that smoke it was telling us about. See, that shotgun cleans those outpatients out real good. Like, it's no joke. 2 shots and they're dead. Depends how close they are too. 25. I'm gonna use some merits. We'll open that up. For the bullets, of course. I want those bullets. Now that I don't have to ramble what the game is, but I can actually play the game and we can all experience the game. I know I was doing a lot of rambling there at first just to explain it, but now I can really get into the game for what it is. At the helm. How much is that again? 10 merits? Let's download. I never used it before. So we can see all the enemies on the ship, which could be, that will help us out. Can we see it on the mini-map too? No, it looks like we can't see it on the mini-map. But we can see it on a regular map. Alright. Oh yeah, now they're starting to bring security cameras in these ships. Some of them will have security cameras. Take them out as fast as you can because you will get detected, and when it goes full, like full alarm, they bring on these robots, and they're pretty difficult to take out. So the pirates, screws, and the security robots probably are my worst enemies in the game by far. Oops. Unlock that, please. That one was using merits.
I knew that I selected the right client to rehydrate.
I'm leaving. I got the ID card. We're going. Yep. We don't need. I got what I wanted. We're heading back to the Nebula, or to the Steve. Oh, goodness. Turning to Steve. So once you get that, you literally craft the parts, and that's progressing in the game. You'll see
You
here.
now have all the parts required to forge a new citizen card. On second thoughts, let's avoid the forge word in our future discussions.
Okay, so we're gonna stow this, and we will forge that card that we got. The citizen's card. Go to the workbench. So here we will progress. Complete action item and return to the Void Arc. Okay, so here we are progressing now. Spikes are useless against mechanical enemies. Gotcha.
Employee retention protocols require me to state the following. Wow. Now, let's return to the Void Arc and restart the FTL drive. In recognition of your behavioral competency, WCG is delighted to offer you a sentence reduction of 16 days. This reduction will largely offset the sentence for counterfeiting a citizen card. Oh dear, it looks like you've tried to use an unregistered citizen card. Did you forget to register your citizen card with HR? Because that would require the HR computer to have not been stolen. Don't worry, I'm sure you can find the parts to construct one.
Of course. It's not going to be that easy, isn't it?
Contain your excitement while I issue you a bonus client care package.
Bonus client care package. Cool. I like the
Your
sounds of
action
that.
items. Obtain a tactical computer, a wiring diagram, and a mouse ball. But don't neglect your work-life balance.
Okay, so that's what we need. We need the tactical computer, the wire diagram, and the mouse ball. So we got 3 things that course that we need. So we can do stuff at the workbench. So we got an ammo subsidy. Clients receive 50% more ammo with the packages. I like the sounds of that. I am gonna grab that while I can. The Spike Hunter. What's this? This can be found in the Lux suits and Gunpoint MGR. Authority to override gun points. I like that too. Those turrets, I can override them.
To facilitate your tasks, the Void Arc has descended into the nebula. Are nebula emissions stronger at this depth? Yes. Does this present OH&S challenges? Possibly.
So yeah, when you progress, you go farther into the depth. So we're in depth 2 now. Let's just take a look here. So let's go on ahead and head to the next vessel. Okay, this might be of use to us. This has a med terminal, and we are getting low on health, so we might head to that med terminal. See what we can do here. Sounds good to me. I already know what I want to take. We're locked and loaded. Break down wanted parts into materials. Okay, here we go. Oh no. There's a lot of juvies here. What's Retro saying? I don't know why this game gives me Moon Crash vibes from the Prey DLC. Well, this is from the developers of System Shock and oh, and BioShock. It has those vibes to it. But I can definitely see the Prey vibes too. Like 100%. I got the finger. So I can override those if I really wanted to. It costs merits, of course. Or I can destroy them like that, which I usually like to do the most. Download data. Of course that's what I want to do. Wow, that is strange. Blorp.
Life support systems.
Plunge. God, they're just everywhere. They spawn pretty fast, it seems like. Oh, here's our medical center that I was going to go. So this costs nothing. I got a little bit of health. It will need to, like... I think it regenerates over time. I'm not too sure how that works. I haven't taken the time to weigh it out, because I'm usually trying to get as much supplies as I need as I try to get out and spare my oxygen levels. Let's head to... Oh yeah, sometimes you'll find just random loot on the ground. Like, I probably missed so much that doesn't even show it. So you might want to take a look everywhere.
With a free Sonic's checkout.
Sure, why not? We'll use those merits. We'll get the fuel. I know I was doing a lot of flying around. Note to myself that using the zapper on those turrets is a lot more effective to help me out in the long run. For some reason, I wasn't using my zapper when I was trying this on my own. Here's that O2 if I need it. That's why I love the map, because I'm always missing certain... There we go. There we go. Fuel, and that's about it for that. Let's head to the Steve. That was a full ship cleared, almost. I know there's probably some random stuff missing. Okay. Yeah, so we didn't get a lot of stuff from that ship, of course. It didn't seem like it was a whole lot. We got the Steeple Hunter we can do. I think we will... Staples can be found... Yeah, let's do that. Because it is good for the stapler, because I need that. Alright. The O2 lasts longer here. There's food and all materials. That sounds like a better ship to head to. And this one has a lot more risk to it, or like hazards. So citizens from a deeper depth and salvage locations are randomized, which I don't like too much. And this seems like a better way to go. So what am I going to take? I'm going to take the Lux cruise ship. Sometimes, though, it is troublesome. Sometimes there'll be a pirate, and they'll take the ship that I want to go to. And you don't want to be going to that ship, because those pirates will track you down, and they will follow you to the day's end. Unless you have a torpedo, you can take them out. You can't even travel away from a warp key. which are very useful, by the way, if you want to like traverse the map further. Hopefully we can find a warp key in this playthrough. Alright. So the helm is that way. Doodly-doo, doodly-doo-doo. Here's the dining room. This usually has course food, and for some reason, it's like the place that has so many turrets. Like, what are they trying to guard the sandwiches for? I have no idea. I haven't seen this room before. This is a whole different room to me. Looks different, at least. Here's the helm. Looks like we got some activity in here. You can tell by the tap, tap, tap. We got the zap chargers. We'll probably head in that dining room in a second here. There's an airlock. Sometimes you'll have to use the other airlocks. Not all the time, though. Oops. God dang it. Alright, let's grab this, throw that at it, blow you up. Got a little bit of merits from that. And of course got myself an onion and cheese sandwich. That sounds totally appetizing. Onion and cheese. But it's apparently their favorite. I feel kind of bad for these citizens. They're just trying to live their life on the ship, and here I am taking out their ship and just stealing their stuff. Taking them out one by one. I forgot that I should do it like that though, so I can save ammunition. Whoever designed the ship must have been, they're like, we must protect the sandwiches at all costs. They don't give who it is, nobody gets near them without my permission, right? They must be some really good sandwiches to have those turrets just set up there. I don't think they're that good. I don't know. Cheese and onion sandwich is probably the funniest sandwich since the Sinner sandwich from Deadly Premonition, which is also another favorite of mine. Very weird game. I wish I could stream it for you guys, but unfortunately, it ain't on the Xbox. Meant to say damn instead of dude. I thought that maybe that's what it was. Alright, we'll definitely do a couple more ships. Maybe I'll try to get to my objective before I call it a night, but we'll definitely do a couple more. But I'm sure you guys are getting the point of this game now. And hopefully you'll find some interest. I know it sounds like the worst channel ever has found some interest in it. Honestly, like, you trust me, it is a lot of fun. This is to complete the flak vest. This is the senior stapler. Honestly, well, maybe we'll go with that instead. And we got the Senior stapler. Okay, well, we'll do that. That was a good idea. Ammo caches in there. Oh, we got a new enemy. We'll head there. We'll take a look at the scribe. There's some, and there's a few spooks, and that's also a new enemy. So we got 2 new enemy types. Let's go ahead and take a look. We got bullets, zap chargers. Alright. I'll take the handgun, bushwhacker. I like the bushwhacker. It's like my all-time favorite. And we need the zapper for the spooks. The zapper is 100%. A moment when your brain is moving faster than the fingers when typing. I hear you. I've done that a few times. Either texting or typing. There's that's what a weird. I mean, they scurry away. I don't really like them. There's some radiation, so we just got radiated. Which there is a radiation place we can, of course, decontaminate ourselves, get rid of that radiation. And it takes, so we have 108. It does go down by itself slowly, but it also takes a bit of our health with it. I was going to explain here. If I can find that spook. So zap them, shoot them. Easy as that. Because they disappear. As soon as you look at them, they will disappear, and it's annoying as hell. So zap them, shoot them. Bullets. Loot that locker. So far we're doing pretty good with the character we have. Like, I haven't died too many times, knock on wood. That could have been our death right there. But oh, got a spook. Missed my opportunity there. Probably my favorite looking enemy is the spook. They look so cool. Very Invisible Man type. Just throw that bushwhacker over there. Sanitation, so this should... Oh, take that out. Okay. The airlock. Where are we heading? We're heading backwards. I didn't want to go backwards. I want to head to the helm. My bad. We're not going to go to the radiation. I don't want more radiation on me than I already have. Yeah, those are the security bots. We don't want to wake those up at all. Again, my...
Life support systems critical.
Yeah, our life support is critical. Uh-oh. I actually might die. Lumadonkey! How's it going? Did I get any of the bastards? Oh, I got plenty of bastards in this game. Good to see you, as always. Hope you're doing well tonight. We got a couple of these enemies here. Oops. Oh no! Shoot it! Shoot! Sometimes I have to announce to myself. Okay, so yeah. Unfortunately, I did not make it there. So, with the death, we will get a new prisoner with some new traits. Oh, joy. So, our next guy is Alan. His offense was 2-broad toll evasion, and he has a good trait, it looks like. His gunpoints and peepers are shown on the layout map. Cool. Okay, so we can see those turrets, and
Your action items.
it'll make it a lot better.
Other clients have left a mess here. Please address complaints about sanitation in the Steve to HR.
Alright. Yeah, we'll definitely do a few more ships. I don't have many merits to go to the Krell Mart. So we're going to go... I might run to the Krell Mart just to... Actually, lots of slippery oil and there's some spooks. I think I did jinx myself there for a second. I should not have said that. Oh, I'm doing well with this character. And of course, say that and then I die. That is very good example of a jinx right there. Junk is not in containers. I like the looks of this place a lot more. The gun points and peepers are inactive. Wonder what bastards bastards. Oh, what a Manaki.
Wonder if these wee skunners are coming for that void arc we scuppered.
Lily was on saying we should have jettisoned them.
Aye, we're no murderers. We're pirates.
Okay, so we do have pirates. They might take the ship that's in front of this one, so we have to keep an eye on that when we head out. Because I really don't like facing them. I have managed to escape from them too, though, on one playthrough. Get that loot. Ah, tours. We found an eyeball. That will go into the bio selection. Locker. Let's head to that helm. Okay. Do we have an objective? We can get... Oh, our objective is fuel and a control collar. By the way, Lumidonkey, I don't know if you've probably seen me post a few times on Twitter now. This game is coming to the Switch and PS4 tomorrow. So if you find this game to look appealing to you, or if you like the looks of it, like the gameplay, definitely pick it up. There has been some pretty solid reviews. A little bit of performance issues with the Switch. Nothing really game-breaking, but there is some slowdown. But again, it is on the PlayStation 4. I know you have a PlayStation 4, so... Hunting great Blackbeard bastards goes now. Right? But this game is, I've been saying it here, this game is a looter, and it's a roguelike. So it's a lot of the same, what you do. But, yeah, again, it is addicting as all hell. Like, it is a lot of fun. You get yourself into a groove. I've been playing this game almost all day. And I was actually a lot more upgraded, but I wanted to play this on New Game for you guys. What's that? 2 spikes. But there's a lot of upgrading you can do. This game has a good amount of hours, so you get a lot of content for how much you pay. Unfortunately, I did not pick the DLC for the Xbox version, but I know I picked up the DLC for the Switch version, which gives you some enemies, I think some extra weapons, and a few extra ships to explore. It's the Tidy DLC. Let's get the last of this. Oh, I got radiated a little bit. Nothing serious, though. Okay, do I got some merits. I might as well unlock it.
Life situations are slow.
What's in here? We got a cookbook. The Juvi's cookbook.
50%.
50% auction, eh? Alright. Well, we're probably heading out to the Steve anyways. We don't have to worry about it. To the Steve we go. Thank God those turrets aren't active.
Are you certain you want to leave without...
Whoops. Maybe I missed something. Well, oh well. It's not like it's the end. If I miss something, it always happens. You can always find something better. Oh! We missed out on fuel, and that's what I need. Well, I need the kitty bot. Oh, that's what I get for just going past. Yeah, we are out of fuel. How do I get out of here? So, oh, so we gotta drift. So what's that do for us? We eat 4 food and lose 53 health. Oh, okay. So there's a big risk. If you do not get the fuel, you are risking a lot here. Okay. So we're gonna have to make a stop at this ship.
I'm afraid I have some terrible news.
I've never done this before.
Unauthorized persons aren't contributing that on the items they're appropriating.
Okay, so we are just gonna dock here because we need the fuel. I didn't know that. I'd never been with this game without fuel before, so that's interesting. Cool little thing they did. But we're gonna pick up the fuel here. I totally thought we had enough. All we need is a kitty bot. And that's exactly what's happening here. Oh. I don't know if we'll make it, guys. I think we're gonna... This might be a no-go. Okay, we got this. We got it. What am I talking about? There we go. So I need to turn on that power before I can actually loot anything, because everything is in electronic lockers apparently. Marshmallow guns, right? That's what I was thinking. Explosive ones too. Watch, see. Womp. Nothing like a quick shot to an explosive won't fix though. Ah! Out of my way, I need to get to the generator. There's a lot going on here. Okay, we got that power on. Yeah, I really rushed this one. I think we might need to just get what we need. Get the hell out. No, we're close to the helm. Let's go see what we can do. Let's go turn on that map. Goddamn turrets. Not even gonna bother. Lock the door. See you later. That actually hurt me? No, that was just the radiation that was hurting me. Alright. Figure out where I'm going. Head out through here. And we can... What the? More turrets. There's a bunch of turrets on this ship, I've just realized. This one is heavily fortified.
Oxygen at 50%.
Oxygen at 50%. That's a lot of radiation, by the way. Like I said, take out the cameras. Those do not like when they use those weapons. Do a ton of damage. Okay. I'm just trying to find the supplies and head out. Okay, let's head back to... Actually, nope, we're gonna die. I just totally seen what I had for health. And it said nope. Alright. So we got new person, we have Bertha Phillips. More slowly detected by peepers and gun points. Zombie GLT, Lord Xeno, Hive members, been lurking while I screenwrite again for an upcoming video. I watched your previous stream and I gave it a like. Sorry I fell asleep early yesterday. Yeah, it's no problem, Zombie. I hope you enjoyed the news or the stream last night.
Your action items. If your PAL unit chafes,
This one is definitely just a debut for Void Bastards to show you guys, and hopefully some of you maybe are caught interest in it, because those developers are doing real good with this game and they deserve the support. But if it's definitely not your cup of tea, then it's not your cup of tea, but if it is, that's great. Okay, got medical terminal. There's a torpedo cache, which can be good against the pirates, of course. And citizens carry merits, which if you die, you can get a merit from them. And fuel cache is somewhere. We got bushwhackers here. We got spook and tours. So we're gonna go here. Maybe we'll do 2 more ships before I call it a night. Alright, I'm gonna take a look at my map here. Okay. Jesus, we already got like a turret out there waiting for me. Hey, and a spook. Alright, well, I guess. Ah. No. There we go. Also, using them tourists, they're close enough to the gun points, that will blow them up too, and it works dandy on them. I could sub-convert that if I wanted to, but I don't think I will. Instead, I'm just going to blow it up, Xeno style. And... uh-oh. Mimi Donkey asks, Zombie, what is the script topic? Good lord, that could have been bad. That could have alerted some security that I did not want. But fortunate for me. Oh yeah, these are pretty cool too. If there's an enemy in here, you can use this. And it evacuates them right out of the ship. It's hilarious. I usually try to get, if I can, I get the scripts to go in there. or not the scripts. I get the why am I? I get the screws to go in there, which are the hardest enemy in the game, it seems, and they can't survive from that. Alright. You're doing so well till you jinx yourself, right? I gotta stop doing that. I do that way too often. Way too often I do that, and it's just no good. Alright, go through here. I'm gonna zap you a little bit. Give you a zappy zap. Get some fuel. Can't get in that. Is that? Do I need merits to get in there? Hey, what the fuck? Oh, yeah, it's another hazard. Okay, let's unlock it. Got a buzz box. And that's another thing I gotta mention is the soundtrack in this game. Soundtrack is always key to me. It seems like I'm always about soundtracks in video games, and so far this game has a solid soundtrack, especially when you're out in the nebula. Very atmospheric soundtrack. Battle soundtracks are really good, especially when you fight the pirates. They have like this really punk theme to them, which is really cool when you fight them. And like when you're gearing up and getting all your equipment together, it has a cool theme to it. That's altogether a really nice soundtrack. For an indie game, like you can't go wrong with this. It is an excellent indie game. Sometimes indie games can be even better than a AAA game. So far, this may be my favorite indie game of the year. I may be calling it. This might be my game of the year for the indie games. I don't know. Carrion still has to be released from Devolver Digital, but so far this takes the cake. You know, this is right up my alley of what kind of game I like. All right, let's go out, get to the Steve, and we will head to one more ship before I call it a night. One more ship, and sounds good to me. Recycle all my materials. Workbench. What can we do here? We can't do any kind of building, so I'll show you what a warp wormhole does. When we head into that, the 2 pages in Steve manual addressing wormholes and their avoidance are stuck together with some kind of sticky fluid. That's why you didn't read them, and presumably why you are now sucked into the space-stretching wormhole. Steve moves randomly. So it looks like we head way across the next depth. We're at day 35, so we can head to the Krell Mart if we wanted to, but we're not going to do that. We will head to one more ship. We will head to this one. Or nah, we'll head to the ship. This will be our last ship for the night. So far, my game of the year is SnowRunner, but then again, it's the only game released this year that I've played. I get you. I think actually, I think that might be on Game Pass, so I'll have to download that. It's either MudRunner or SnowRunner. One of them are, or both of them are on Game Pass. So I'm gonna have to give it a go. I know I wanted to play it for a while. Sandwiches. Xeno called the Void Bastards for Game of the Year. Call him not going back. A little bit of hazards in the ship. Nothing serious though. Because last year's indie game of the year, not official game of the year, but the indie game of the year was Walfaris, hands down. Excellent, excellent game. Fuel. Sandwiches. But like I was saying, the bread and butter of this game is the scrounging, the looting. It's the core mechanics of the game. What makes it. If you don't like that kind of game, that might not be for you, but I know a lot of people do like this kind of game. It's my favorite kind of game. Especially since I like Borderlands, other kind of games that have looting to it. I can't, for some reason, name them on the top of my head except for Borderlands, but there's a ton of games out there. A ton. Okay. Hold on here. There's a part in here that we need. I'm see if we can try to go get it. Is this where it is? Let's use a merit. Alright. As long as I got that part. And back to the Steve we go. I just want to take a look here before we end it. I want to see what I can upgrade. Walking around, crouching, are both quiet. Oh, didn't get to read that all the way. So yeah, this is Void Bastards in a nutshell. This is what I've been talking about on Twitter, what I was going to stream tonight. Fun, excellent game. Again, as I've been saying through the whole stream, it comes out tomorrow, PS4 and Nintendo Switch. So if you like what you see, it comes out both consoles there, and it's out now. It's been out for a while for the for the Xbox One and Steam. So get it there if you like. I appreciate you guys stopping by tonight. We had Jose, we got Skittle, we got the worst channel ever. which honestly isn't the worst channel ever. I do really enjoy his content. He has very good content. Check him out if you can. He plays PlayStation 4 games. If you like that kind of stuff, definitely right up your alley. Zombie GLT we had here. He does retro stuff. If you like that. We got John Kratz here stopping by tonight. Always appreciate him stopping by. Retro Digital says, thanks for the stream. No, thank you always for stopping by. Thank you, everybody. Don't want to miss anybody. Been shouting out. I usually do my shout outs at night. Just don't want to miss anybody. Oh, yeah, we got Doug Barrett, of course. He always stops by, and RKO is that like button. If you like Switch games, you can stop by John's streams. Everybody has some good content here. Everybody's good people. We're all good friends, so. Luma Donkey, of course, stops by. He is always here. Brings the humor 100%. Retro Digital says, see you next at the Xeno Hive. We'll see you next time, Retro Digital. That goes for everybody else. We will see you next time at the Xeno Hive for more shoot 'em ups, horror, indie titles, whatever it may be. I'm Xenomorpheus. Until next time, you guys have a safe and good one.